Hi there, my name's Jess and I have a son called Jackson who's 9 months old and he was born with ARPKD. We didn't find out about Jackson's kidney problems until quite late on in pregnancy. I was actually 27 weeks pregnant. It got randomly picked up when I went for a 4D scan. They referred us to the hospital where we had a fetal anomaly scan. After the scan, they took us into a little room and they told us that it would be very likely that Jackson wouldn't survive and offered us termination. We did think about a termination, but we decided not to go down that road. I obviously took the news very hard, so much so that I couldn't return to work afterwards. I had to take early maternity leave. They were very understanding, thankfully. When we met with the renal team, they actually put us in touch with a mum who had been through a similar situation, which was a massive help to me, because as much as you can talk to family members and friends, they don't necessarily understand. They can sympathise, but they haven't been through your situation, so they don't understand. So speaking to the mum was a massive help to me, so I'm forever grateful that they put us in touch with her. So Jackson arrived early. He was 36 plus 5, so we were in the neonatal for around 4 weeks. He was born with non-functioning kidneys, so he had an operation to insert a PD catheter and started dialysis. We then, after 4 weeks, we got moved over to the renal unit, and which was great because it felt like a step towards home. And in there they taught us how to do his machine and set it up for dialysis and his other care, like his nasogastric tube and things like that. When we first saw the big Baxter machine, it was quite overwhelming when all the nurses were quickly setting it up, but after watching them a few times and after our training sessions, it was actually really easy and not so overwhelming. So when Jackson was stable and everything and we were all trained, we got sent home. We were in hospital for around 4.5 months, I think. Being home has been great. Jackson has had to have a couple of operations. He's had 2 nephrectomies, one of them being when we came home and had to go back in, but he's done absolutely great and he's really thrived since being home. Setting up his machine in the evening is fairly easy. Jackson just plays with his toys and I set it up. To an outside, it probably looks like a lot of work, but it's just come part of our routine now, and we don't even think about it at all. So it's quite easy for us. He's on the machine for 12 hours and he pretty much sleeps the whole time, and then in the morning we disconnect him when he's awake, and then we have a fairly normal day really. It's just like having a normal baby. We're currently weaning him, so he's eating. He takes most of his milk by bottle, which is lovely. He loves his toys, and he's a little behind on his gross motor skills because of his 2 abdominal surgeries and being in hospital for a long time, but he's rolling and he's starting to sit now, so he is catching up, and with all his other milestones he's spot on really. So he's great. He's a real joy, and I'm so pleased that it turned out pretty much okay. So thank you very much for listening, and I hope you have a good day.